In the vibrant land of Japan, where technology and progress shine bright, a remarkable transformation has taken place. It's a story that touches the hearts of many, one that has shaped an entire nation. In today's video, we're going to dive into how Hikikomori transformed an entire Japanese generation. This is a tale of struggle, determination, and the human spirit. So come along as we uncover the story behind Japan's shiny facade. Our journey into this intriguing narrative takes us to the heart of Japan, a land celebrated for its cutting-edge technology and what appears to be a robust economy. Yet, beneath this glossy exterior lies a profound and poignant story, that of the Lost Generation. The Lost Generation isn't a reference to a specific group or a lost era, but rather a term that encompasses the experiences of millions of individuals who have faced tremendous challenges in Japan. These individuals who come of age during a particularly tumultuous time found themselves adrift in the uncertainty of life. Their dreams of securing stable jobs and enjoying a promising future were shattered. To understand the roots of this crisis, we must turn the clock back to the 1990s. This was a decade when Japan faced a severe economic crash that sent shockwaves throughout the country. During this period, the traditional job hunting system, which typically ensured that graduates found good job opportunities shortly after leaving university, crumbled. Companies that were once eager to hire fresh graduates suddenly put the brakes on their recruitment, leaving a generation that had just completed their education without the opportunities that they'd expected. The aftermath of this abrupt change in circumstances led to a generation burdened with uncertainty and economic instability. The Lost Generation soon discovered that instead of landing those dream jobs, they were faced with a harsh reality. They had to accept part-time, low-paying positions that offered neither the financial stability nor the career progression they had aspired to during their formative years. For many, this wasn't just a temporary setback, it became a lifelong struggle. The economic challenges they faced have, in many cases, left them without the economic stability and security that they had once hoped for. The impact of this crisis wasn't limited to the Lost Generation alone. It spread like ripples in a pond, affecting all of Japanese society. So let's take a closer look at how this wave of challenges affected the nation. Japan was dealing with two significant issues, and they were connected. The first issue was its aging population. That meant that there were more elderly folks and fewer young ones. This might have sounded okay, but it was actually causing a lot of problems. See, fewer young people meant a smaller workforce to support the country's needs. And that was a pretty big deal because the workforce helped keep the economy strong. But here was a second issue that made the situation even more complicated: the growing number of Hikikomori. These were individuals who had chosen to isolate themselves from society, often staying at home for really long periods of time. It wasn't just a personal choice, it could be because of social pressure, mental health issues, or trouble dealing with what society expected. So here's how these two problems were connected. The Lost Generation, those folks who couldn't find good jobs when they were supposed to, often ended up facing financial challenges. They struggled to get the financial stability that they'd hoped for during their school days, and the ripples from this affected not only their lives but also Japanese society. With their aging population and fewer young people in the workforce, Japan was facing some really tough economic challenges. There were fewer folks working to support the older generation, and this put a strain on the economy. It was like a balancing act with fewer people on one side and more on the other. Now let's add the Hikikomori issue into the mix too. These individuals aren't contributing to the workforce or the economy. They're living in isolation and not actually participating in society. This creates an additional burden on the nation's resources and support systems. So you see, the challenges of the Lost Generation, the aging population, and the rise of Hikikomori all come together to form a complex situation that Japan is trying to navigate. It's not just about one group or one issue, it's about how these pieces fit together and impact the nation as a whole. As we dive deeper into the complex situation, we find that the Japanese government has stepped up to address these challenges. However, it's not an easy road and there are several obstacles in the way. So let's explore how Japan's trying to overcome these hurdles. In response to the issues faced by the Lost Generation and the growing number of Hikikomori, the Japanese government has initiated efforts to find solutions. They're aware of the challenges and are determined to make a positive change. But it's important to understand that changing a society's dynamics and norms isn't something that happens overnight. It's a long and oftentimes difficult process. One significant challenge the government faces is the deeply ingrained work culture in Japan. The traditional work culture in the country can be quite rigid, emphasizing long working hours and dedication to one's job. This culture has been part of Japanese society for a long time, and changing it is no small feat. Encouraging companies to adopt more flexible work practices and promoting a healthier work-life balance is an ongoing battle. Limited opportunities add another layer of complexity. The lost generation, in particular, struggles with this issue. The lack of job security and the prevalence of part-time, low-paying work make it really difficult for many to break free from the cycle of uncertainty. The government's working to create more opportunities, but it's a gradual process and it takes time to see significant results. The struggles of the lost generation have indeed cast a disconcerting shadow over Japan's future. It's not just about economics, it's about the dreams and hopes of a generation that got off to a rocky start in their adult lives. Despite these challenges, many of them continue to persevere and seek better opportunities. Their determination is a testament to the strength of the human spirit. The government's efforts, along with the resilience of individuals, provide a glimmer of hope for Japan's future. It's a journey of progress and adaptation as the nation works to redefine its societal norms, create more opportunities for its citizens, and provide a brighter future for the lost generation and those affected by the Hikikomori phenomenon. In our exploration of how Hikikomori transformed an entire Japanese generation, we're left with a profound sense of reflection. Japan, a nation known for its technological marvels and economic prowess, is not without its shadows. The lost generation, whose dreams were shattered by a devastating economic crisis, has faced formidable challenges. Their struggles, as well as the growing issue of hikikomori, cast a long shadow over Japanese society. The government's efforts to combat these challenges are commendable, but they face entrenched work culture and limited opportunities that make process gradual. Nevertheless, the resilience of the lost generation and those affected by hikikomori reminds us of the indomitable human spirit. Japan's future might be at a crossroads where the determination of its people and the government's commitment to change may pave the way for a brighter tomorrow. This is not just a story of struggle, but also of hope, of adaptation, and of progress. As we conclude this exploration, we're reminded that every nation, no matter how strong or prosperous, faces its own unique challenges. It's in facing these challenges that societies evolve and grow stronger. Our hope is that this journey has provided insights, understanding, and perhaps even a little bit of inspiration. So thank you everyone for joining us on this thought-provoking journey. If you found this exploration as insightful and inspiring as we did, please remember to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell. This helps us with visibility and really contributes to the longevity of the channel here. So stay tuned for some more engaging content, and always remember that even in the face of challenges, the human spirit has the power to rise and shine.